How about now? Do I have sound now? Oh, God, I hope I have sound. Holy crap. Oh, technical difficulties immediately. Shit. Ugh. Um. Do I have sound? I have sound. Oh, fuck. I only have sound on the left side. Okay, so. Advanced audio properties. Mic. Active. Mono. Do I still only have it on the left side? Okay, so let's see. If I do that, I'm only hearing it from the left side. I go a little bit to the right. Fuck. Let me. Okay, cool, cool. I'm gonna mute this now and go back to this. All right. Technical difficulties aside, let's get started. I did mono the audio source. Thank you. I had to rush through that. Sorry. Sorry about the late delay and technical difficulties. Hi, hello. My name is CliF. This is the NoCNotes Cipher episode 10, to where some of us got in our feelings, others got really into our feelings, and well, we all came out on the other side okay. Shout out to Jester for the 3/4 beat. Shout out to Blood for picking the beat and making the theme this week, and also for just knocking it out of the park with the idea. Let me turn up my microphone. There we go. Let's do that. Check, 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 check. There we go. I'm just gonna turn my mic up. There we go. What's up, Blood? All right. I think that I have done just about everything that I can do. There we go. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more. I like how it's clipping on my Focusrite, but it's not clipping over here. That's pretty cool. Oh man, whew. Technical difficulties at the start. Man, what a start. Yeah, sorry about the late start. My girlfriend decided that she wanted to sit in the room and start cleaning, and I'm just like looking at her crazy, like, you do know I have something to do today, and she's over here just packing up little things, and I'm like, okay. So like 10 minutes in, like we're like 5 minutes away, she moves a dresser, and I'm just, I love this woman. She's just, whew. I don't think she has a concept of time sometimes, and it's adorable. But anyway, let's get started on the show. So this week's theme was talk about a time to where we hit our boiling point in life, and I can definitely see how all of us had that. We all had a lot of different takes on it. I think Twins had his own personal take on it that was great. Blood had his own personal take on it, and it was great. Zach personal take on it, and they all showed different emotions. AD different emotion that kind of blended a lot more emotions together, and then mine was really just I don't really know how to put it other than just, reminiscing on some hard times. And I like the theme, I love the beat, I love the challenge that 3/4 gives to all of us. Anyway, I love the challenge that 3/4 gives to all of us. It really takes us out of our comfort zone, because as rappers, we sit here on 4/4 beats all the time, and we just, we don't ever think about going into any kind of odd time beats. I loved how everybody was in there like, man, this was a challenge. Oh, I just got aggravated. Zach decided to write a whole song about it being a challenge and screaming and yelling, and, sorry, Blood, but I'm pretty sure Zach told you to fuck off. But, let's get into these. Let's get into these. I'm going to start with mine first. That way we could just mosey on through and get to the rest of the feedback. Yeah. So here's mine. It's called Live Like This. Let's see how this goes, and we'll get back into it.
Noises, noises, all I hear is noises. Fan blades running and some multiplying voices. Can't get a break, can't breathe, and I'm voiceless. Gaslit the questioning what the right choice is. Grabbed a pill bottle, but I'm shaking too much, so I twist and I clutch, but the bitch just won't open. Tears begin to form, so it's chucked and I'm hopeless. Do I swallow my pride or return to being homeless? Succumb to this anxiety, why they gotta lie to me? Turn my friendships into household rivalries. All while they just sit at home, lazy as fuck while I work to the bone just to survive and carry two people grown. That's some bullshit, I'm justified to this anger. Just give me silence for 5 fucking seconds, thank you. I gotta think, but I can't fucking think when you're screaming at your man and I can't get a break. But beg for fucking pity while we carry your rest. While you mooch our every penny and you leave us in rags. While your man is fucking filthy, can't clean up his trash. Used to call this place home, now it resembles the trap. Damn. We're not friends when we live like this. I love you, but I can't live with you. We're not friends when we live like this. I love you, but I can't live with you. We're not friends when we live like this. I love you, but I can't live with you. We're not friends when we live like this, no. We're not friends when we live like this, no. We're not friends when we live like this.
Okay, so to get started on this, let's talk about it. First of all, let's get started on that blood red Zach beef. I'm here for it. I would love to see what comes out of, like, let's make sure it's a gentleman's beef. I don't want to, like, watch you guys become, like, mortal enemies because you guys are beefing with each other. Thank you for the love, blood. I want to get into this track. Mainly I want to get into the music video first. I don't know if anybody noticed it, but that thing was off by like a mile on timing. I tried a new software and it was woof. It was wild looking at it, but I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll learn it on the way. I didn't really feel like going crazy into it. If anything, I was going to drop it on SoundCloud. I just had so much going on. But yeah, beyond the music video, judge it as you will. It kind of sucked. The lyric-wise, it's got a good backstory. I could tell you about my roommates and how they gave me a hard time for a while. They were sloppy. They were very toxic as people, and it just put me to the. It was just a hard time for me. You know, the line where I'm talking about swallow my pride or return to being homeless. Before I moved in with my best friend Chris here, I was about to be homeless. And, you know, he brought me out of that. He just kind of let me stay here, and we went through a lot of shit. You know, his dad is an asshole. A couple other things happened, but, you know, we had a great, you know, roommate lifestyle. And then his other friends moved in, which were also my friends. And it was just a tumultuous kind of thing. They didn't have jobs. They didn't clean up after themselves. It turned this house into, like, everybody was separated into their own little delegated areas. Like we were in a schoolhouse and we just wanted to fight when we were near each other. There were good times, but there were a lot more bad at the end of it. So that was my boiling point. And that was really just the background of the song there. I think the mix could have been better. I could see where my mix is getting better, but I can see where it's also still muffled in some places. It needs to be widened up. Definitely sat in the beat better than most of my first ones did, so I'm proud of that. Could have done better on the flow. I saw myself slipping up some places. And yeah, I see the hook was definitely a little forced. It was I was looking at that when AD said it. He was like, "Man, you did great on everything but the hook," and I was like, "You're probably right." I sat there and I just kind of sat there and said, all right, I'm going to throw a hook on it. And it just was a repetitive thing. And, you know, I like it, but I feel like I could have done more with it. I feel like if I would have mixed it up some more, added some more delays, maybe added a couple more, like, layers onto it, it would have done better. But really, the hook just kind of killed killed that last ending. I think I would have just been better off stopping at the verses, because the verses, I've noticed I'm really good at making a solid verse, but when it starts getting to hooks, it's either hit or miss with me, and I will definitely agree that this was a miss on the hook for me. Definitely something to keep working on, is to try to get more consistent with hooks. But enough about my track. Let's get on to the next track for this cipher entry, which will be the Boiling Point Freestyle by Broken Twins. To get started, I'd like to say that Twins had a really good cipher entry here. I like the way he took it his own route. I like the way he chose a different route versus everybody else. You know, a lot of us were, you know, talking on personal situations, and, you know, Twins kind of took it and wrote about a personal situation, but also stepped away from the personal situation to talk about other things, about how good he is, and he was able to mesh both the theme and also mesh, you know, being able to step in there and just say what he was feeling, which was awesome. So let's get into this, and then we'll dive into, you know, breaking down how my feedback on it. So I need to get better at this OBS studio thing.
Yeah. Another cipher. Here we go, baby. A little excited for this one. The beat goes in so many different places. So here we go. Let me take you there.
Let me tell you about the time I almost had it to hit. It just happened last year, I got him poking a bit. In 24, I'm coming different, rappers better beware. I got them shook, scared, now they grabbing a bit. I had a major life event, you didn't show up. Now I'm known to cause hate from the toe up. Bet you wanna become friends when I blow up. So what? I'm forcing y'all to move like a tow truck. Now you know these lyrics scary, but you know it's necessary. I'ma make it pray to Mary, lead a drama, Tyler Perry. I'm a loser like Canary, writing magic like I'm Harry. Since you fucks wanna hate, I'm leaving a problem like I'm Carry on. Everybody got a boiling point, roll another joint. All this stress got me counting coins. And if you wanna fuck around, then come and find out. All your people know you tender like a tenderloin. I just listen to the kick and the snare and they keep me going. Roll out the window while I'm cruising like the wind blowing. Turn up the volume, feel the bass, got the lyrics flowing. I got the lyrics flowing, I got the lyrics flowing, yeah. Dear Lord, tell these motherfuckers leave me alone. I'm sitting pretty with the crown, no one's taking my throne. I write until I get arthritis, just as easy to know. Let the hair grow like an afro. Call me myth, call me legend, call me epic, call me Calderon. Shorty sweet like a mango, sexy when she tangles. I'm freeing all the slaves in the world like I'm Django. When I grip the steel, yeah, you know I let that thing go. My words flow through the mic, they come back like a wango. Okay, maybe that's a racist. A teacher wanna teach us, a preacher really preach us. A lay up on the beach, king, stay up on the beach, latch on like a leash. Can we say our peace? Fuck it, there goes the freedom of speech. Like to show we only got a couple years, like we signing the lease. I take the pen to the pad, make a song just so I can release all this negativity sticking to me like a crease. I'm going crazy, call your boys, better call the police. You can't avoid to change the cycle, but you know it repeats. Let me repeat it so you can go and compete it. If you get a text from me, then you better go and delete it. I got my ego set aside, bet you know it's undefeated. You better study all my lyrics, cause I know you really need it, yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in again. This one was a little bit of a mess, but sorry if I was rambling on, but just know that there's greatness in disaster. And this is what that beat made me do. Let's go.
Squarespace is designed to sell.
All right. So let's get started on diving into this. First of all, if there was ever any question if Broken Twins was the best engineer here, I think after consistently being able to put together the best mixes on any of the tracks, and I will say that now, I've listened to all of these tracks, and the best mixes came from Twins. He, hands down, is the best engineer I've seen other than Jester. As a rapper and an engineer, you know, that takes a lot of talent to be able to do what he does. And I have a lot of respect for that. I have a lot of respect for anybody who can sit there and take the time out to meticulously break down what they need to do in a mix. And, you know, Twins definitely sat there and put himself in that mix. I have to agree with Zach here. The theme kind of just, you had the theme, then you ran away from the theme, then you had the theme, then you ran away from the theme, then you had the theme, then you ran away from the theme. There was a time to where it seemed like you were missing the theme just here and there. But it was still a great verse altogether. The flows were immaculate. The lyricism was great. I always find myself sitting on that line, tender like a tenderloin, just because it's such a cool line. I love little cool punchlines. But yeah, my biggest gripe was just how you fell off the theme a little bit. And, beyond that, you still had a great verse. You still had a great cipher entry. It was just, I think it's a vulnerability thing. Trying to get personal on a track is something that is not easy for most people to do. The reason that I get so personal on a lot of my tracks is because that's who I am as a person on the outside of my music. CliF himself, the rapper, is personal because Clifton is just a personal person. If you asked me a question about my life, it would be an open book. I don't hide things. I don't sugarcoat it. I tell it how it is. I've talked about, one of the first songs that I ever wrote, I was talking about my childhood and how rough it was. In this song, I talked about people that I still care about. But it's just because I don't hide my feelings, not even in music. I don't hide it. And I could see how in other people's lives, they don't really want to open up like that because really, we all have that opinion that not everybody deserves to see that side of us. That vulnerability to be able to open up is just such a hard thing to do. So don't feel bad if you can't, open up and have like more emotional tracks. Just work on it more and more through time and understand that the more emotional that you get on a track, the easier it is to find your voice further in this music thing. Because everybody at the end of the day, whether you're a rapper, a rock star, a pop star, a country singer, everybody gets an emotional song one day. Some people just overdo it. Some people just get one. But at the end of the day, we all get emotional songs at the end of the day, and it really helps us find our voice. And honestly, if I can say anything from my past emotional songs, it can help you find a lot of closure. So definitely understand that it can be therapeutic as fuck if you do that. I like what Zach's saying right now. Your improvement from last year and this one is huge. It is. I think we can all agree that every single one of us has stepped up in the last 12 months. It's been amazing. It's been great to see that you guys not only are putting in music, but putting in the work to listen to feedback and, not just feedback from me and Zach when we're on these shows, but also feedback from your peers who are also in the Discord. And I love to see it because, if it wasn't for each and every one of you, I don't think I would have grown the way I have. If it wasn't for each and every one of us, I don't know if we would have grown how we have. So huge shout out to each and every one of you for growing the way you did. Yeah, breath control was something that I noticed in the beginning as well. And to see it now, it's great to see that you're controlling that easier because trust me, breath control is a bitch. I find myself trying to do one takes all the time and I'm sitting here with my lungs trying to figure out if I'm dying. So huge shout out to finding a way to get your breath control right. Congratulations on that. Let's see. I'm gonna let you guys talk for a second. Yeah, Blood, you're right. It's music is a great tool to put those tough emotions out there. When my brother passed away last year, I wrote a song called Cardinals, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I haven't been able to go back and mix it, but the end of the song, you can actually hear me crying, and that was true, that was raw, that was uninterrupted, that was just me sitting on a microphone, wondering, what else I can do at this point. I'd lost it. You're not supposed to lose a little brother. So when you write a song about it, at the end of it, I listened to that and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave it there. Like I want people to understand this pain. So definitely go out there and write it because that song itself helped me, move forward from the loss of my brother. And I think if you've ever had loss or you've ever had some type of broken heart or pain, ask AD. He loves writing about his broken heart and how much pain he's went through. He will probably tell you the same thing, that it has been therapeutic for him as well. also agreeing with Jester there. You know, most of us are men here. I think we got our first female rapper. I don't think she was able to make it to the Cypher entries this week. I hope she does next week. But, you know, most men, we like, you know, bottling those emotions. And yeah, you're right. Eminem did that. If you, we bottle our emotions. We don't want to talk about it. And that's from the generation, I think. I think we're all from the generation of, like, you know, where we had guys around us laughing, you know, about, you know, oh man, you cry, you're a bitch, you know, being called gay randomly because you have emotions, you know, it really pushed us into that toxic masculinity that everybody nowadays talks about. But I feel like it needs to be said. Men, you need to cry. You need to be upset. You need to be hurt. Shit happens in life, and it's not easy to get through it. You know, you might have bills piling up and you lose your job, or you might have, you know, somebody going through some of the hardest points in their life. You need to let it out. You need to get through it, you know. And that's absolutely true. You know, Twins is right. And not just in Hispanic culture, but in almost all cultures. You know, I can't say a single time in my life to where I had a family member look at me and say, it's okay to cry. Most of them would tell me to suck it up. I remember growing up and I would start crying because I hurt myself, and I would be told, shut up or I'll give you something to cry about. Great parenting, by the way. And it's just like, it's not easy to, I don't think it's easy to be a male and express emotions. I think it takes a lot of guts. I think it takes a lot of strength and mental fortitude, because every time that we go get into that emotional state, we hear somebody from our past telling us to shut the fuck up. You know, we hear everybody in our past telling us to, you know, stop and be a man. You know, and that's really the hardest part about being a man, is that we're told to be a man, but we're never allowed to actually express emotions properly unless we had a loving and caring home, which, by the way, I could probably guarantee is almost 5% of households out of the entire population of the world. You're not going to get too many people who give a shit about how you feel in your family if you come from our generation. And generations past started that. You know, I mean, way before us, our grandparents were treating our parents like this, which caused our parents to treat us like this. And it's a cycle that we as adults have to break and allow the generation after us to be able to express our emotions properly. But so I don't stay on a tangent, because Zach is now talking about sponsored by BetterHelp. We are not sponsored by BetterHelp. I want to say that now so that YouTube doesn't try to click this. But yeah, get a good cry out. Get a good cry out. Cry sometimes. Feel bad. Be emotional. Be a little bitch sometimes. It's okay. We're all little bitches sometimes. Moving on to the next Cypher entry. Did I miss one? Okay. The next Cypher entry is from 80, and before we get started on this, I don't even know if 80's in the chat yet, but 80 did such an amazing job with his Cypher entry this time around. He allowed his emotions to come out. He did a whole lot better on the mixing. He is growing leaps and bounds, and I think we can all agree to that. So I'm not going to dive into this hardcore just yet. I want you guys to hear this, and then we're going to get started on it, all right?
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. Get 6 times longer lasting freshness plus odor protection with Downy Unstoppables in-wash scent beads.
We all know that timing is everything. That's why University of Phoenix makes it easy to balance work, family, and school with online classes 24/7, so you get the freedom to learn when and where you want. Start your degree at phoenix.edu.
Ayo, I got a little story to tell about sunshine and rainbows. This was the happiest fucking day of my life, bruh. Just another event happened. Had a fucked up life And on top of that, made a lot of bad choices just to make it worse, and it's not a tabloid. Too many shits about his shitty ass sex. Yeah, she keep me up at night, Papa Lord tabloid. The ability just to go my ass to sleep, otherwise an infutility. I can hear the noises of her clapping when she sent me pics of all the boys with her. I wanna kill them all that hurt me, cause my boy shit. It was me and her, there was nobody else. When I was way up in school till she turned to one of my friends. And I was just so traumatized that I scared everyone else that was living in the violence. I remember, I think it was in November, why they have to rape me? They put evil in my wife's shit. You could have been the person that took all the hurting and put that shit to rest. Was the best of working with the serpent on my page. She steady lurking, wishing that she was better. If you love me and not your ex, and I bet you wouldn't be scourging. She had left me for his ass, and now I feel so worthless. The scourge of this bad earth, my mama's son for sure shit. And that's for certain. Friend tell me that you fucked my mom. I replied to him, you probably did, bro. She a fucking hoe. I was born with the black guy. She emptied all her sins and left me, but claws up in my vision and she took my breath. She put it all around me, made me dirty to get clean. And now she got me saying, where the fuck my bestie? I can't find my bestie. Where the fuck my bestie? Where the fuck my bestie? I can't find my bestie. Where the fuck did that dumb hoe go? She probably sucking more dick than a fucking homo. She had me feeling really motherfucking loco when I set her ass on fire, but that hoe she knows blows. That's why she got fake lashes, but the fire's no more. And I can't drown her cause she probably float. That ass is plastic full of shit, she's an ungodly hoe. Sorry calling women hoes, something I don't do. She emptied all her sins and left me, put clouds up in my vision and she took my breath. She put it all around me, made me dirty to get clean. And now she got me saying, where the fuck my bestie? I can't find my bestie. Where the fuck my bestie? Where the fuck my bestie? I can't find my bestie. Where the fuck my bestie? Giving out free handies, and if I see the bitch take a hook then left swing, I wanna fucking kill you. Making me look fucking stupid. I done talked to my foster mom about your ass. Bought you some motherfucking clothes, and this a payment I'ma get. Fuck you, you fucking bitch. Fuck all you motherfuckers. Suck my fucking dick. I'll never be nice again to no fucking body. If your words is full of honey, they'll make you look a dummy. Betrayal don't come from the enemy. Fuck everybody.
Okay. Where to start? I guess I could start with what you guys were saying. Yeah. Definitely my favorite track from AD so far. Man, that hook, you know, that fucking hook, I love it. I love that hook so much. It got stuck in my head. That's how you know you got a good hook. When you can get it stuck in somebody's head and you're just sitting across the fucking house saying, where the fuck my bestie? I can't find my bestie. That shit hits. That shit slaps. I loved his direction. I loved his delivery on this. I love the way he just stopped mid-rap to give us a whole conversation. Oh, man, I love when somebody stops mid-rap to talk to you on a beat, just to talk to you. He didn't sit there and mince words. He sat there and straight up told you what the hell was going on, why he was at the end of his ropes, how he felt, and it was great. You know, I think this theme sat right in 80's wheelhouse, and I think the beat was the only thing that threw him off for a second. But then when he finally dived into it, man, he killed that. He killed that. The you know, that ending, the way he took the beat and just let it go, just to end with a great statement at the end, that was beautiful. I love the way he took that approach. I could sit here and talk about 80s mixing, but, you know, if I want to talk about it, I want to talk about how it's come so far since the beginning to where you could barely understand a word he was saying because it was either muffled or not mixed right, or he was trying to speak through a headphone. You know, this dude's been trying to speak through a microphone, through a headphone jack. You know, he took his abilities and he moved up in life. And man, if nobody else will tell you how hard that is to do, I got to give AD props on that. He got himself his own mic. He's learning how to mix. He's learning how to make it better. And every single time that he comes here, he's growing. He's growing at a rapid pace. He's been growing at a rapid pace since you got here. You know, like huge shout out to AD. Most improved is starting to become, you know, synonymous with AD. But at the end of the day, I don't even want to call it most improved this time. I want to say that AD's Cypher entry deserves to be up there with everybody else's Cypher entry this week. I don't think there's a single person out here who would get a vote on this Cypher entry, you know, that when we do the voting, I don't think a single person on here who gets a vote wouldn't be deserving of it. We all had a route. We all took that route. We all attacked. We all went in a direction. We all had positives and negatives in such a way that it just puts us all as equals. And, you know, that's something that you really have to take pride in, is when all of us are sitting there and it's like, man, if you vote for him, I understand. But if you vote for him, I also understand. Jumping over to Zach's comment. There we go. Words. Jumping over to Zach's comment. He's absolutely right. The 90s mixes had that doubling that was like off just by a hair, but still sounded so good. And it was great. It really put us back into that kind of boom bap style, that Wu-Tang style that, you know, you hear not much anymore. And it's a good place to start when you're trying to mix, because the 90s had some of the best mixes, in my opinion. They were raw, emotional, uncut, and you could feel the music coming through it. So definitely a great cypher entry from AD this week. I'm not going to harp too much on it because I think we all agree that AD killed it this week. Top tier. Definitely a 10 out of 10 for AD. Definitely feel like we all killed these tracks this week. I don't think there's anything else I can say. You guys go off in the comments. Let's see what you guys got to say. I agree with Red. Refined raw quality. That's a cool sentence right there. Past that, yeah. I think there were some times where he was fumbling over the delivery. I think when he started trying to use too many words in a line, he got there. There was a moment where he just fumbled over the beat, which, I mean, it's a 3/4 beat. If you guys would have come to me and fumbled over like 3 parts of this, I would have understood completely. This is tough. I think the only reason I felt so comfortable with doing it and I wasn't like thinking, oh man, this was tough, is because like I grew up, you know, listening to Tool. So all I have is offbeat stuff. And I think being able to approach it with like my mindset of like loving math rock. And yeah, that's a thing, math rock. But, you know, being able to love offbeat stuff, or not even offbeat, but just a different style beat, allowed me to come into this more comfortably. I won't say that I did better, but I will say that I came in a little bit more comfortable with it, because I love off time. I don't like 4/4 all the time, and I love seeing a 3/4 beat. It was really cool. It was really cool to watch it in action. It was really cool to see how you guys attacked it as well. Beyond that, though, AD, great job. 10 out of 10, bro. Keep it up. Keep moving up. Keep getting better. Keep asking questions. Keep pushing yourself to be better each and every single time. And congratulations to being, you know, here with all of us in that level of just being like, you're deserving of anything that you get from this, any kind of compliment you get, because that's growth from the beginning to the end, man. I can tell you from the beginning to the end now, you have grown 1,000%, and that is just top tier shit, bro. Congratulations. Moving on to my boy Zach Tovin. Zach got a little angry. Zach got a little mad. It seemed like he was a little frustrated. I don't know if you guys have heard it. He just seemed a little angry. Hey, Zach, you mad, bro? You upset? Like, I loved his approach. I loved the way he took it. Like the frustration of being put into this. We're going to segue from what I just talked about. Some of us could sit in this pocket comfortably on an off-time beat. But then some of us decided to get really frustrated. And understandably so. I like how you were able to sit there and just take the theme and say, oh, you're going to make this theme, and then you're going to give me this beat. All right, I'm going to just mesh all that together because I can't stand this. And huge respect to that. Okay, cool. Moving on. But, I completely understand. So let's hop into Zach's and apologize beforehand to Blood Red because, bro, he talked a little bit of shit about you. But let's get started.
kitchen, trying to cook it up from the ingredients I written. Water's boiling over and it's spilling. Had it about right up to the ceiling, and I feel it fucked off how I'm feeling. Me and isotope ain't okie dokie, no there ain't no coexisting. And this 3-4 beat got me pissed off at the written. I'm just trying to realize a vision, but this bitching and complaining in the way of all my thinking. Am I slipping? Well, I only know 4-4. I need one less of 3-3s more. Never try this kind of beat before. It's hard and I hate how I'm struggling to make it. I'm busting up equipment in my basement. Fuck Blood Red and fuck his last verse, cause I'm about to kill him before I let this be my worst. Put him in the hearse, put him in the dirt, then put in the work, cause I'm about to prove my fucking worth. Over top of beat to show me where it fucking hurts. Roll up on you with the stick and I ain't talking Nerf, bitch. Ba 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 ba, nah, I ain't talking Nerf. We got real sticks, real knives, real gas. We coming for you. Bro, I had enough of this. Got me in my angry ears. About to go insane and shit. I ain't even playing, bitch. Just to wanna beat it. Finally, I'm fucking hating it. Why the fuck I gotta make this shit? But it gotta be banging. The flows ain't flowing. No, my brain ain't changing. Ain't no hate. It's a vibe when I play it. But I be trying to smoke, take a token. I ain't no faded. The flows get heinous. And if they heard me while I made this, they see my skin toning and get a little racist. I ain't on that back and knife gray shit. Try to show them all I ain't nothing to play with. Talk shit, hit them with the fade, I ain't faking. Gotta demonstrate the point, here's the point, and I break it. It's cipher better motherfucking make it. Push through the lesson, never call me complacent. So now I want the credit. I better see all your fucking votes. All your votes cast for one motherfucker, Zach Tovin. That's Z-A-K-L-U-D. No wait, fuck, that's the wrong name. Z-A-K-T-O-V-I-N. Zach Tovin. Also known as Zach No C. Also known as just Zach. Cause honestly, this cipher had me about to quit fucking music. It's been way too long since I had a goddamn dub. So fucking hit me. It's my time. Fucking hit me. You hear this shit? You hear this outside the box shit I be on? I don't even know where my bars start and fucking stop, y'all. They're just fucking everywhere, but it still works. And God, I've been losing my mind over finding a way to rap on this and have it still work. So give me my fucking dub, bitch. Give me the bag I earned. Give me that shit. Give me what I fucking. Give me what we fucking agreed upon. 'Cause my career just went.
Man. You guys know I work with him outside of the ciphers, right? Like we work together on music. And after hearing this track, I thought I was gonna lose my bass jump partner to the insane asylum. He was losing his mind a little bit. But I loved it. I loved it. I was sitting there and thinking, man, that's how you get angry on a track. That's how you get pissed off on a track. You know, when you're aggravated and you're pissed off, you know, I've been there. I've had that moment where we were in these cipher entries and I was just frustrated. But I took it back. Because I was like, fuck everybody on that mode, you know. But man, it was great to see you take that anger and aggravation and turn it into something constructive. Mix wise, I don't know about anybody else, but I enjoyed the clipping, the crunch that came with your voice. It was like you were screaming into the microphone, and then you overly compressed it to the point to where it was clipping itself and causing like grit. Either that or you added some really cool fuzz distortion. Either way, it had that distorted, crazy, psycho sound that you want to hear in a song that gets this mad. I was a huge fan of the mix. I was a huge fan of just attacking the people around you because you were pissed. I like how you said it was all love, but I was like, I'm pretty sure when you were writing those bars, it wasn't all love. You were pissed. Like, you were pissed off, and it was good to see that raw, uncut emotion come through. As a verse, as an entry, I had a great time listening to this. I don't think I've ever heard Zach do bad on a track. I'm glad to see that, you know, there are chinks in armor for everybody. There's always like something that we're not good at as rappers. And I think Zach proved that with his verse by just pointing out what he was struggling with. You know, like I said, as rappers, we sit on 4/4 so easily. You know, we grew up with 4/4. We live on 4/4. We don't think about going, 4/5, 3/4, 7/8. We don't think about doing it. And it can drive a rapper mad trying to sit there in a pocket we're not used to, because now instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, now we're cutting the 4 at the first and we're just stopping at 3 and we're starting on 1, and that can piss somebody off because you want to hit that start right, but you don't know how to hit that start right sometimes. So definitely kudos to you for being able to sit in this pocket and be able to find a way around the struggle that you had here. I would love to see more beats and themes like this to where we go off the cuff. Like, I would love to see a theme to where you sit there and you're forced to be in a position that you're uncomfortable with, that you're talking about. Yeah, 6/8 rhymes. God, 6/8 rhymes are so cool. God, I think Toby Nigwe does 6/8 rhymes on one of his songs, and I can't remember which song it is, but it was cool as hell to listen to it. But you know, I would love to see more themes like this to where it pushes us out of our comfort zone. You know, simple themes to where we're like talking about punchlines or this and that. I would talking about Blood Red and Zach having this joking beef right now. I would love to see a theme to where, you know, diss each other. I would love to see that, because personally, I don't think we can hate each other for trying to diss. I know a lot of guys in my local scene that dissed each other for clout, but really, I feel like being able to get into that position to where it's like, all right, I need you to diss one of your friends, you know, and just sometimes you're going to be in positions uncomfortable like that in music. Sometimes you're going to be wanting to write an album, but the album's got something you're not comfortable writing about, and at the end of the day, you're going to want to keep it. So, and I would love to see that more. I would love to see more beats like this. I would love to see a beat to where it's just a sample and there's no drum. You know, I want to see you guys try to rap on no drums, because taking away the drums really cripples a lot of rappers. Like, you take away drums, it's like, how do I flow now? How do I do this? A diss track cypher would go hard, Jester. I talked to Zach about that one time about when I won. I was like, hey, what if I just gave a sample and just looped it and just made you guys rap over that? And, you know, it would be a challenge, and I'd love to see it. I'd love to see somebody come in with a drumless beat and a theme that really challenges all of us to sit there and try to find something new to do. Love challenging stuff like this. Good job, Blood Red, for that theme and the beat again. Zach, again, let's get back into your track. The mixing was on point for what it was. I think if you were trying to go for clarity, you missed the ball a little bit, but I don't think you were trying to go for clarity. I think you were trying to go for crunch. And if you were trying to go for crunch, you killed it. I love the way you flowed. I love the out of the box, out of pocket, just going insane type craziness that you were trying to do here. It was great. It was good to see. Past that, I don't think I have anything else to say for this track. Let me know what you guys had to say about this track, because that's all I got. I'm actually going into this. I don't have notes. I don't write notes down. I just go into this and start off the cuffing it. I go off the cuff. I just try to make sure that I have like some type of, you know, foundation for it. I know what I'm going to say before I say it, but at the same time, I want to come on here and just be kind of raw and uncut with you guys. I want to just say things and let you know how I felt about it. Jester's talking about I'm going to diss drumless hip-hop tracks. Hey, listen, as a producer, you can't get mad that we don't want drums on all our hip-hop tracks, all right? Like, that's the new fad from what I'm seeing. Everybody's going drumless or minimalist. I was listening to newer tracks, and they are, like, cutting out drumless. They are cutting out drums on tracks, and it's really cool to see that. It's innovative. Some fans are stupid. Twins is like, yo, if he don't win, he's shutting this shit down. Damn, that would suck. Like, Zach's just like, I'm done. Can't get a dub. Fuck everybody. Like, you don't get to get on the Discord anymore. Everybody gets banned from Discord. I'd fucking laugh. I'd fucking laugh because he got that petty. But, you're right, Jester. Drumless beats are definitely a fad that can go away easily. rap started with drums. Rap's gonna end with drums, and I think that, you know, being able to incorporate drumless tracks is cool. I also think that being able to incorporate tracks to where you don't have anything at all on it is cool. Like, I love spoken word. I grew up with slam poetry, you know. Like, I remember when they used to have the Def Jam slam poetry thing on TV. I used to sit down and listen to that shit all the time. That was like my introduction into hip hop. You know, I loved it. So, like, that's why you'll see that more often. Well, that and Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar dived me back into that slam poetry stuff. Drum grooves are great. I think they really allow a rapper to sit in a pocket easier. I think taking that away from a rapper makes them, you know, work harder a lot of times. But I also like seeing that. I like seeing somebody have to, you know, push themselves and become the beat. Like, as a rapper, having no drums allows a rapper to learn how to flow better, in my opinion. Because I've rapped on just samples and loops over and over again just so that I could find my own beat. Because it's like, if I'm rapping over it, and then I can plug in the drum beats that I want. So I definitely see it as a learning tool. I also see it as a tool to get you better at realizing that as a rapper, you are part of the drums kit, pretty much. You are a flow person. That's your goal, is to flow with the drums. So can't do the stank face with no drums. You'd be surprised. Hey, thank you. My girlfriend got this for me for Christmas. It's a whole outfit, actually. Like, this is the top, and then the bottom is the bottom. It says King on both of them. It came from Shein. She got like a $500 gift card thing, and she went crazy for clothes this year, which was awesome because I love all the things she got me. It was great. Past that, let's move on to the final cipher entry. Zach trying to be nice again. Yeah, don't make up for it now, Zach, by being nice. Talk shit about the shirt. But let's get started on the final track, and I left this one for last because I want you guys to know something. This track right here put me in a feel. Like, I don't think I resonated with any other track the way I did with Blood Reds. I actually sat in my room last night, and you know, I had to sit down and accept what happened to me last year. My last year was his 2022. In similar but different ways. I lost 3 things that I cared about a lot: a dog and 2 family members. It was almost like I was vicariously living through his beats. It was like I understood it way too well. So it put me in an emotional state. It put me in a depressed state. I'm not gonna lie. I sat down and I wrote some bars. I made a little beat. I did all that to just cope with it. Constructive coping is also a good thing to work on. But you know, it's a testament to a rapper when they can sit there and tell a story so vividly and so well that they put you in a state of emotion that you can agree with and relate to. And that's why I sit here and say that Blood is hands down one of the best rappers we have here, because he can sit there and tell you a story like he did this time around, and he can just put you on your ass. And he can make you sit there, and it could be a fun story, and you'd be like, oh, man, this story's been fun. Let me do this. There we go. This story's been fun. Or, man, he could put you in a story like this that was 2022 for him. Let's dive right into it. I'm not going to stay on it too long. We'll get talking to it afterwards.
It began at the end of January, my moms was struggling. Wearing the way the cancer does it, optimism varies, so I stayed optimistic for her. Reminding her that I loved her so that everyone that's ever known her confiding in me. She wishing her life was over, and every day she inching closer. I knew it, but I never told her. A ball of stress, used to drive in the evening time to clear my head. To the store and back to grab a pack of cigarettes, hanging on by a thread. My wife called me one night, she was upset, said there's something wrong with our dog's legs. Hurried home, panic setting in, trying not to wreck. Knew it once I saw him, but I told him he'd be fine instead. Spent the night with him, reassured him when he made a mess. Then 12 hours later, he was laid to rest. I was blessed to have loved him in spite of the length of time it meant. I guess the pain was just a side effect. We never know how much time we'll get with our friends, so you gotta honor it as often as you can. Let them know you love them, and for sure don't let it go unsaid. Fast forward to the springtime, my mama can no longer stand. By the end of March, she'd entered hospice care. Keeping up with daily changes to a treatment plan got me threadbare. Second job's worth of effort I was putting in, making sure she was treated fair. Visit every chance I get, knowing soon she wouldn't be there. Awareness slipping, reassured her when she gets scared. Careful not to telegraph my own fear. The 17th of April was the last day I'd ever see her. Started grieving, a month passed and I received it. A call that the father that I barely knew was on assisted breathing. And I'm the listed next of kin. Zero prior notice he was even sick. Now I'm responsible for ending treatment leading to his death. Merciful is how the nurses described it then. Went to visit him, told him that I forgived him. He could rest with no regrets. I loved him, then I left. A month to the date of my mom's death, my dad was dead. It's hard even now to try and comprehend how far I made it past my wits' end. Numb from the grief, zero gas in the tank left. The most defeated that I've ever felt before was since. Miss him every day, rest in peace, I love y'all to death. I was blessed to have loved him in spite of the broken heart that's left. I know that pain was just a side effect. We never know how much time we'll get before the end. You gotta cherish it as often as you can. Let your fam know you love them and make sure it never goes unsaid.
So if there was ever a person who sat so comfortably on a song and flowed so easily and fluidly on a track, this would be it. This would be where you sit down and you say, all right, delivery's good. All right, the storytelling's there. All right, the flow's there. The punchlines are there. The everything is where you wanted to be at. That would be me classifying Blood Red as a rapper. The man has everything that you need to be a great rapper, and I don't think there's much negative I can say about this song. Not just because biasly I can relate to it a whole lot more than some people maybe, but because it's just such a well put together track. And if you were going to pick a beat and a theme, your goal is to make sure that you pick a beat and a theme that you can sit so well in and murder anything else that comes to it. And that's exactly what he did. Blood killed this verse. I will definitely say Blood has had my vote since the beginning. Right now, I will say that after listening to it for, I'd say this is probably my fourth time listening to everybody's tracks except for Zach's. I would say it's a toss-up between him and AD right now, just because I want to give AD a vote because of how well he's put together his music and his work, and his growth is just undeniable. But at the same time, it's just so easy to give Blood this dub because he just does so well. Deep diving into it, the mix, I don't know why, but your mixes for me always sound like your voice is just a little bit muffled. It's like you need a little bit more de-essing on the S's and the sibilances. Like you kind of get there and then it gets washed out a little bit. You sit well on the beat. It's just there's some things that could be mixed and tightened up. I actually have the privilege of mixing one of your vocals on Zach's track. Oh God, we were just talking about this. It's one of Zach's tracks that's on Real Life. I don't know why I can't remember the name of it right now. But truth be told, the track is just great. Yeah, I agree. Blood needs to stop being so damn good. Killed it 2 weeks in a row. I think we're on his third week in a row killing it. I really can't say anything. Yeah, it does sound like he records outside. No, I'm fucking with you, Blood. But no, like there are some things, I think there are some things that can be better on the mix. I think there's just some things that need to be, a little bit crispier, a little bit more clear. This one would have done well with a warm compression, like limited compression on it. I feel like there's too much compression. I would have went like 1 to 3 Bs of gain reduction on the compression. That walk-in closet, bro. But past that, Blood, you did a great job. The only thing that I can even make like decisions on is the mix. And what? Ain't no way, Blood. You record outside. What? Bro, if you don't go inside at least, get a wall around you. Just one wall, man. Two walls, because I'm pretty sure you record on a porch. Like, if you record outside, you probably record on a porch. Boy, if you don't go inside, get 3 walls around you, like something, just to have some type of, like, better problems. Man, if I ever wanted, like, a nature 5, I will definitely, like, I will definitely choose you to be the one. Oh, man. Don't record outside. Like, oh, shit. That's funny. That's funny. It was cold as hell last night. I think you live in Virginia? Because I live like 2 states down. So if, yeah, I agree with Twins. I was messing with the beat EQ a little bit too. I pretty much brought everything. I brought the kick up, and then I actually did a U shape. I did a little a horseshoe shape to cut where my vocals would sit, but I also like sat the hi-hats and the snares a little bit above, like I think it was like 7 or 8K. I let them sit good, and then I let the kicks sit good. Negative 15 Celsius. I don't even know what that means. I know that's cold as shit. 0 Celsius is like 32 degrees. So that's what, like what is that? Like 17, 20 degrees? I don't know how to compare like Celsius to Fahrenheit. I got out of school like 10 years ago. so yeah, Celsius is cold. Too many dude, I got a husky and like 10 cats, so I understand. I found a way to make sure that I can get my recording time in my room, but when I move out of here, I'll be moving into a new place. I'm hoping by the middle of this year, I'm going to have to figure out a new way to record because it's probably going to get a little loud. So I get it. Good God, 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Screw that. There's a goal for me to move west to Washington, and I talked to Zach about it recently. I'll be like, the way I'm looking at it, I'll be like 30 minutes away from Zach. But, like, now you're making me question if I want to come up there. Like, I'm from the South, dude. Anything under 60 degrees and we're wearing jackets. like it's too cold out here. That's way too cold. I'll be wearing a freaking Eskimo hoodie and everything. I'll be trying to get my body, like, in a heated blanket to walk around. Okay, so I heard Washington's really just rainy, tropical more or less. So I guess I'll figure it out when I get there. Past that, Blood, let's finish up with your track. The mix, record inside, like record inside. I was talking about how I got to mix one of your vocals up recently, and I found a good sweet spot to get like a good amount of clarity out of your vocals. And I actually set it up just in case I ever have to record yours or Zach's vocals again. I actually have a template now for both yours and Zach's vocals, which is pretty cool. Yo, I think Twin said he lives in New Jersey, so like, yeah, I feel for you, bro. Like, y'all are supposed to be getting hit with a polar storm. Y'all can have that. I don't want the snow and the ice. I'm good. I'd rather just be cold and windy. Yeah. I speaking of Florida, I got a site manager who came from Jacksonville, and he said that he was going to a zoo one time in Florida, and a sign said, "Do not molest the alligators." And you have to think that somebody tried to, and they had to make that sign because not just one person, like one person trying to, you shouldn't have to make a sign. But that means that multiple people have tried to fondle an alligator in Florida, and that makes me question what's going on in Florida people's brains. So I'm gonna leave that there. Florida's crazy. Florida has literally their own Florida man. Yeah. Florida people. Yeah, Florida. Alligator molestation is not okay, y'all. You're right. It's terrible. Don't do that. Are you sure? Like, we're talking about Florida, Jester. That it could mean sexual. I can only see why. Like I could see Florida being like, I don't know. Like, I feel like somebody did try to fondle an alligator in Florida. Like, bath salts came from Florida. Florida man literally exists. I've seen videos of people in Florida like catching alligators with trash cans. A stronger approach, like assault. I'm pretty sure they have plenty of laws saying do not assault alligators, but anyway, I'm gonna finish the Florida talk. Let's finish up this with some recaps. Everybody did an amazing job on their cipher entries. I loved the versatile directions that everybody went. I think anybody that showed up and did a cipher this week could take the dub. Personally, I think there's going to be a lot of people choosing Blood Red, understandably so. I also think there's going to be a lot of people choosing AD Rocky, understandably so. The ban hammer's gonna don't vote for blood or you get banned. That's what Zach's saying. Like, there were just a lot of amazing entries. I think it really comes down to perspective. I think it's gonna come down to Chester, I don't know if you don't know how to vote, like you don't know how to, like you don't understand how voting works on Discord, but I'll break it down of like, I'm going to put it on there. You pretty much pick the dude's name and that's the vote. The rapper name that you choose for the vote, that's the person who gets the vote. Oh, he knows how to type. Okay, never mind. I feel like an asshole now. I apologize. Yeah, I can understand that. I'm actually struggling too. Like, everybody's got a reason to get a vote. I think that's the cool thing. Like, I think everybody here has a reason to be voted for. I think we all had our ups and downs. I think if we're going to get based on mixing, I think you're going to have to give it to Broken Twins because Twins is the best mixer here. If you were going to talk about just pure raw emotion, I would give it to AD or Zach, just because Zach was so angry. He gave it pure raw emotion. Oh, yeah. I'm drinking water, by the way, guys. Stay hydrated. There you go. Water. Let's see. If you like storytelling, go with Blood Red. Yo, my bad. I've had the cup every time that I'm rehydrating. It's because like I go to the sharing my screen so that you guys can hear the music, and I forgot to put the camera on so that you guys can see me. So technical difficulties all the way around, but who needs to see my face when we're listening to music? We just close our eyes and vibe anyway. Zach Tovin plug. Everybody stay hydrated, drink your waters, you thirsty bitches. There we go. Whoa. I don't want to prune up, I promise. Let's see, what was I going to say? Standing on business. So I've been walking around and saying like the same thing to everybody, and it's like my shoes are incorporated because I'm standing on business. That's my new line for everybody, is that my shoes are incorporated because I'm standing on business. I'm going to put that in a song. You wait. But past that, great entries all the way around. You guys killed it. You guys absolutely knocked it out of the park. Every single one of you deserves a vote or a W. I don't care who wins. Whoever wins is well deserving of it. Once I hop off of here, I will be going to the Discord, setting it up so that you guys can see that. Much love to everybody. Stay hydrated. Drink your water. Take care of yourself. Have a good day. Have a good time. Enjoy this sunny Sunday. Well, it's sunny here. Enjoy the snowy Sunday. Wherever you're at, enjoy this. GG's all the way around. You guys did great. Talk to you guys soon.